Hello, everybody. Sorry we're a little bit late today. It's my fault. The postman came to the door with a parcel and I had to sign for it and everything. And I didn't actually get into studio till 30 seconds before we were going live. So, yes, apologies for that. It's been hectic. Why does everybody want it? We were up.
I'll accept your apology.
Oh, says you. I could tell some stories. So, yeah, basically, welcome to the video Q&A live stream. So at the end of the day, what we do is on the first Wednesday of every month from 1 until whenever we finish, we do our video live stream, which is our Q&A session. And what we do is we tend to have a little chat about something that, is interesting in the video world. And today we're going to talk about editing software.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I remember
more than usual.
You up?
I may talk a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, I know. You can't shut him up when you talk about editing. I actually remember back when we started in 2011, sorry, when we started the Clockwork Eye Video Productions, and we were using Adobe Premiere CS4, I think it was at the time. And that was an old version. And basically, I remember you teaching me basic editing principles, because the principles, no matter what you do, pretty much are the same, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, it's a kind of standard formula of what you do, but you know, you get software from Adobe, the Premiere Pro, which you use for our production work. You know, the capability is that they make movies with it. You know, let's be really honest. It's up there with, I mean, you have Final Cut Pro for Mac, you have the Adobe Premiere is probably the PC based one, though you can get Premiere for Mac and all the rest of it. But that's the kind of stuff that they're using to do high end stuff, and similar with us when we're doing our client work and that.
Yeah, exactly. So if, for example, our editing service, I'll use that.
Yeah.
Spot on, dead on. I've got more control. I can go right to the nth degree. Get real spot on.
Yeah, but I mean, from then though, back in 2011 through to now, you know, 13 years later, it amazes me how it's changed, and it's become more intuitive. It's become easier to use. At the end of the day, you had to know how to edit or be an editor, and practice was the thing. You had to, it was one of those things you had to be doing. Otherwise, I mean, I would do a quick edit and I wouldn't do it for a few weeks, because obviously you do all the editing for us back then, and I'd go in about 2 weeks later and I'd go, oh, where the hell's that now? You know, and I forget, because it was something you had to be doing consistently.
You were always going, just remind me where this is and where that is. I'm like that with your OBS.
Yeah, with the OBS, yeah. But I mean, even that is an editing tool, but it's a live editing tool, which is quite clever.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed is that as we've progressed, and we've been looking at software, we look at software for our club members. We're always trying to find the best solutions and stuff. And basically, we were saying, hey, everybody, you know, there's this product called Mavavi. It's a mid-range. It's like 120 quid. You buy it outright, and that's it. And then you haven't got any of this or that. And it's a really good software, and it still is really good software, you know. And the mid-range stuff really is quite good, but it's learning to drive it. And we learn to drive it, and I think that it's one of those things again where you have to practice a bit, you know, and you have to know what you're doing. But even now, I will say one thing, guys. If you're looking to remove a background, and I've got horror stories of where we've done jobs where you're removing the background frame by frame.
Hours, days, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, but the Mavavi software background remover is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
It is. I will do a bit of a screen share then.
Go on then, yeah, you're gonna show. Yeah, because when we first discovered this, it was in the previous version, wasn't it? What we found was that you just kind of put your footage in, and then basically you could just remove. I thought you were going to show us the background removal.
I'll show the website first.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is quite a good product.
Yeah.
But you chuck it in, and if you want a still of yourself, because I have this for my thumbnails, I have this whiteboard, which keep your props to hand, so you don't go out of frame. That's what I keep telling people. Making the mistakes I'm telling people not to do. I'd have like a board, and it'd be like, just hold that, make faces, whatever. And then I'd remove background, and I have the board, and then I could put whatever text I want on the board. And then basically that's my kind of thumbnail. It really jazzes it up because it helps to have a person in a thumbnail. You know,
show again.
like that. You know, so it helps to have a person in the thumbnail as well as good text and stuff because people buy from people and all that. But before that, I was taking the screenshot, putting it into like Paint 3D or whatever, removing the background that way, and then doing it, and it was or using Photo, Canva, that kind of thing. But chucking it into Movavi, and I just went remove background, and it went boom, done. Yeah. So you can see there the layering of the edit.
Yeah, and what we'll do, we're going to quickly show that. So this is the mid-range, isn't it? So you pay for this, but it's a nice mid-range. It's nice and intuitive as well, isn't it? For example, like say, for example, you want to do some titles, go in here, and they've got lots of templates already for you.
Yeah.
And if you're unsure what they're like, you just click on one.
Yeah.
And plays it for you, what it will look like. Then you just obviously change the text, change the color, put your own branding in there. So it's really intuitive. Where, like I said, the Premiere Pro, you do everything yourself, so you have to build it from scratch and stuff. Where this, if you're a bit of a beginner or intermediate, this is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, even that, it looks complicated, but it's not as complicated as people think, because it literally is layering things.
Exactly.
You're layering stuff, and you want the text to be on top of the image, so you obviously put the text above the image.
Yeah.
So it really is. It's quite intuitive, like you say, and a lot of the stuff now, the animations and the stuff is built into it. Because going back, only to 2011 again, if you wanted text coming in and animating, you had to do that animation. You had to do that. You had to create that movement and do points, Whereas now you can go, right, I want animated text. I'll click that, put it into the timeline, type the text I want, and how long I want it to be animated for. And it would do it. Nowadays it just does it. And I think that brings us onto free. Now we used to say to people, free, you get what you pay for. Okay, because quite simply, the free stuff was like Microsoft Movie Maker, if anybody can remember that. That kind of free element really was, you could top, tail, cut, add a little bit of text. It really wasn't very clever. But now we don't know.
iMovie as well for Macs, wasn't there?
iMovie for Mac, yeah. I think it's iMovie for Mac. I think Windows Movie Maker is called something else now, isn't it? Windows Video Editor or something like that.
So is it like Chimp, Video Chimp or something like that? Something like that. I forget myself because I just don't really go there.
No, we don't. We've got, what we actually use is
Chimp. I think that's Chimp, something like that.
Yeah, answers in the comments if you know that.
Exactly.
Excuse me. So basically, what we tend to use is we use Adobe. We do use Adobe, but for the high-end project stuff.
Yeah.
We both use Movavi because it's got some really good tools. One of the best tools with Movavi is the screen capture. I love that. It's so clean, precise. It'll do exactly as you want. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But then when we talk about free, until recently, free was, you get what you pay for. However, now there's CapCut.
There is. And
I'm using that, and I'm using the free version of CapCut. We're actually researching whether it's worth paying for because there is a paid version. So far, what we've found so far is that you get, yes, lots of extra toys,
Yeah.
pay, but the basics are all there if you don't.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
really is. You get a lot more templates and stuff.
can remove the background on this one as well.
Yeah, and it's actually, if anybody watched the video that I made the other day of the video of making a video where I recorded in OBS and then I took it into edit. I made a second video which was the editing of the video recording of a video. Yeah. So essentially, I used CapCut for that. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen quickly.
Yeah.
And because I recorded in OBS, and basically it was just a one take because all the editing was done in OBS, live edited, at the touch of a button and stuff. When I then put it into CapCut, and if you remember the screenshot that Mick just showed you with the layers and stuff, because I used OBS for a very simple edit, I literally brought that in and I put it on the timeline like so. So when it came to my call to action, for example, all this stuff I didn't have to edit in so I didn't have the layer after layer after layer because OBS had done it for me. So essentially, name bar, let's go back and see if I can just get where my name bar is. So then my name bar, I didn't have to edit that in, but I did have to obviously top and tail it, and I sped these sections up. Yeah, you can see the section there that I've actually sped up. If I just expand into it, you'll be able to see it a bit better. Yeah, you can see the section here that I've sped up. So, oops. Basically, I cut either side and just sped it up because that's all I needed to do. But at the end of the day, we're actually quite amazed by the capability of CapCut, and it's a free product. The only problem is, and I'm going to be doing an update on the Twitter scenario, probably today, tomorrow, is the fact that it's owned by ByteDance. And with what's going on in America at the moment, it's quite interesting. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah. Microsoft purchased which software? Was that just
Clipchamp?
Clipchamp. Thank you, Susan. Is that what it's called? Clipchamp.
With close.
Yeah, Microsoft. They're not very good.
Why chimp?
I don't know. I don't know. But
just software.
Yeah, Microsoft are not very good at making software. They're good at getting other people, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, so a bit like Google, actually. Oh, Alphabet, as they call themselves. We're going to get sued at this rate. But they are listening, honestly. But yeah, it's amazing where we've gone with regards to what was available, what's available now. And the other thing that's coming out now, which is not I wouldn't say it's that scary yet. It's useful, is the AI tools that are coming with video editing.
Yeah.
They are useful, but they're not the be all and end all. So we've noticed that, like creating shorts, you chuck it into an AI system and it will go off and it'll try and work out the best bits. You chuck a long form in and it'll generate shorts. But sometimes, we're finding it, if you're one of these people who swivels on their chair and moves around, it doesn't track, and you'll go out of shot. I can go a bit further, and you'll go out of shot or whatever, and it'll edit you so that you're like kind of half of you is in it if you're talking to somebody and things. So we still find that you have to go in and tweak it.
Yeah.
And also, if you wanted to add, obviously the biggest thing is you want to add call to action. You want to have your call to action information. So you need to add that because you're going from landscape to portrait. So you're going to lose information. Like, if I brought my end screen up now, I've got half of me in and I got half of my information. So you're going to lose things. So you need to, if you're going to go and you're planning your videos and you're planning, I'm going to make shorts out of this content. Then what you need to do is you need to actually say to yourself, right, okay, I've got to sit still. That'll make it easier for the AI. But also I've got to realize that I'm going to be making myself like this.
Yeah.
So therefore, if I'm positioned,
basically going from that to that,
and if you position yourself down like this, then that looks crap anyway.
yeah.
At the end of the day, remember framing. Yeah. But yeah, kind of pre-think your videos.
Yeah. Actually, I have this quick demonstration.
Yeah.
So this is
What are you protesting about?
there's a bit. So this is something we did. So we, like I said, we did this today. So Jo Clayton, one of our members, she did a live stream. So we edited the videos in sections, but we also said we can do some shorts. So we used the actual CapCut AI, didn't we? And so we put it in, and it turned out, I think it was 10 in total, but it's basically using the AI. So it's using what's been said, and it's trying to work out what's quite good. So less than 60 seconds as well to make it a short. So 2 were just totally useless. And then, but I couldn't totally go by it. I had to go in and I had to add on the title. So that took time. She was a little bit swivelly on chair, so I had to physically go in and sort of center a little bit more. And then at the end, I added the call to action, okay, and the subscribe button as well. But also within here, you've got this. So for example, I'll bring that up. So you've got the text, and you can go in and change the style. And so when she speaks, the yellow, the colours change as she speaks. It'd be like a bouncing ball, when you do karaoke. So there's lots of different styles and stuff, but it's great. Basically, what Gary said about it, the different software, we use all 3, depending on what we're doing with it. So for example, if you can be like a car, if you're going off road, you're going to use a 4x4. So if we're doing shorts, I use CapCut. If I'm doing something quick where I need to get rid of backgrounds and things like that quite quick, and it's a quick turnaround, I'd use Mavavi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other thing as well with these other ones, it's not as hard on the computer. You need quite a sophisticated computer that can churn out if you want to use Premiere. But anything sort of professional needs doing, it'll be Premiere for me.
Yeah. It's funny. Joe just said, "Great shout out, thanks guys." And as you were going from those frames to frames, I was thinking, Joe, thank you for those thumbnails. she was pulling some right faces.
Yeah, that's some good ones.
There was
that's
really good
expressive.
It's yeah. She said, "Yeah."
Wiggly, that's the word. Wiggly.
Yeah. Wiggly. And she said, "Yeah." She thanks you for the thumbnails or for the free frames there, Mick. It was good. So yeah. So there are options, and like Mick said, we use this, and we do. And I mean, a lot of the time, one thing I found about CapCut is exporting. It's quite quick. The other thing about CapCut is that you get the cloud storage like you do with Adobe, but you pay for Adobe. And basically, with the CapCut, we created a team folder. So Mick basically does edits on it. I do edits on it. And again, they are quick edits. Yeah, then they're not the serious stuff. They're not like when we do production stuff. Yeah, we use full on proper software and all the rest of it. But with CapCut, it's really good for just chucking stuff in, doing little things, topping, tailing. If you're doing OBS, makes it much easier, much easier.
Yeah, I mean the other thing as well about CapCut is you can actually do it on your mobile phone as well. So
yes,
we've been, for example, we were filming at Leeds Clinic and shot lots of stuff, and then we were teaching them how to do it on mobile phones. So we got the footage, and while Gareth was sort of like bringing the sort of session to a close, I was just quickly on the edit, and I said, this is possible of what can be done, and then we'd show them there and then what it could be possible. Obviously we go in and edit it properly, but it just went, oh wow, and they just couldn't believe it, could they? Just from what they filmed, and they knew, like, over here there's whatever, but over there all you can see is that, and they were just well impressed, weren't they? And then what you do is take it over, put it into your editor, and you get back and
so on that, well, we do live face-to-face training, and it's a day long. We'll go in and we work with 4 people, and basically we work with 4 of your team, and basically they will create, and in that instance, basically make at the end, because recorded on his phone type thing. And then basically at the end, Mick kind of went, did a quick edit. There you go. There's your video. It was like, what? Yeah, and they were quite surprised. But it is, as you say, it's available on the phone. The only concern is the fact we've got to work out what's going on with ByteDance and that.
Yeah, it is. You got different versions. Like you got a free version, but they are kind of migrating some stuff over to the paid version. I think they're trying to get you hooked, and then they're putting over. But it's not that much anyway if you do the paid version.
It was 11 quid a month or something like that.
Yeah, and what we'll say as well, we had a work experience lad working for us, didn't we, during summer last year, and he used CapCut. In fact, he showed me quite a bit of that. But they're using CapCut in school. So like school kids are using it, we can get on board as well. It's easy to learn. My son's 16, he's doing it with his fun little videos he does.
Yeah, it's good software, and you can't knock it. And the only thing I haven't really tried is the AI kind of where you type something in and it'll make a video.
Yeah.
And basically, I'm still. I went onto one of those AI picture things where you type in what you want the picture to be.
Okay.
I said, draw me a picture of 3 men in a rowing boat. One is rowing, and the other one is bailing water out with his shoe. So it basically drew me a race boat with 4 people in it. And I'm like, right. It's a bit like Gemini in my video the other day where I asked it to give me 10 movie quiz questions and the answers, and it self-confessed 7 out of 10 wrong. And then I told it that number 8 was wrong as well, and it was like, oh yeah. So yeah, worrying really, isn't it? Because it gets its information from the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, use it. Great word that Joe Clenners is hybridize it. So you use it, but then you tweak it to how you want it yourself.
Yeah, because it is a handy tool.
Yeah,
it's like doing the shorts, for example. You chuck it into the AI, you chuck the long format in. It does the work that would be laborious to you, because quite simply, you'd have to watch the video and go, right, at this time.
Yeah.
I'll just so that one, and then that. Oh, I got to get that under 60 seconds, and all the rest of it. So it does that churn, if you like. It does the churn and basically chuck it out and all the
legwork.
The legwork, yeah. It's that laborious crap
that
nobody really wants to do, and then you can refine. And I suppose it's the same thing if you're using AI for a blog. You let it write it, but then please go in and add your human touch to it, and your own personality, because it will churn out something that it thinks is, what you want, and in reality, you've got to add your own touch to it. And people buy from people, and you would write in a style. One thing that I was talking to somebody the other day, a copywriter, Adam. And we had a conversation, and one thing I said to him is what I do with AI for the text versions is I was curious. So I wrote all the content, obviously, for our website, and then I thought, do you know what? Yeah, thank you, Joe. I took what I'd written, put it into the AI, and I said, rewrite, make it sound more professional but lighthearted. And it rewrote it, and I thought, it still sounds like me, but me clever. It was like a cleverer version of me. And I was like, that's interesting. So that was quite an interesting exercise as well. And one thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to test with AI, and I'm going to do it today actually. So I'll do a video tomorrow about it, see how I get on. I'm going to take the transcript in the subtitle file from a video, and I'm going to chuck it into AI, and I'm going to say rewrite as a blog. So then I'm repurposing my video content into a blog format.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm going to give a try this afternoon, because I think that could work as well.
Should do. It's like we always say, videos only a medium, isn't it? It's just the messages getting said. You just put it into a different medium.
Yeah. So it's going to take my spoken word, and it's going to basically then rewrite that in a written blog format. So it'll be an interesting exercise. I'm going to try that later, and I'm going to make a video of it tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Just remember to take out all your at the end of the days.
Well, at the end of the day, at the end of the days, basically, and us. Yeah. It is okay, everybody. It is okay for you to go and in your videos, okay, as long as it's not every other word. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're human. You can also you don't have to look at the lens all the time. You can look away. You are allowed.
Yeah, because some people do actually they do the edit, and you like for example in CapCut stuff like that, or other software, you can go into the text and say search for delete them, and then it edits it out of the actual edit. But it's too jumpy. Sometimes it can be too jumpy.
Well, what I do is if it's a short video, it's a quick video. We've gone way off editing now. So we're editing subtitles now, but basically I go into it because like you bang it onto YouTube. YouTube creates a subtitle file for you anyway. Yeah. Hello, Seamus. We got a hello there. And basically, what I'll do is I'll go in, upload it to YouTube, go into the subtitle file. If it's a short one, I just do it where it is. And I just, as I'm reading through it, and I like double line spacing because I like one line per,
Yeah.
So basically then edit timings and all the rest of it. If it's a long video, I copy that text, I put it into a Word document, and then I do a spell check on it, and I do find and replace.
Yeah.
When I do find and replace, if I do space space, that's the ums, and replace it with a space, it'll take all the ums out for me.
Yeah.
Now it is important point here. You have to put space space, because the word number has got in it. The word sum has got in it. And if you just replace uns with space, it'll say number.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll say number. Yeah. So it'll basically take away the ums out of the words with ums in.
Joe's got a bit of a recommendation here, says you can always humanize it.
Humanize the copy.
Yeah.
Is that getting AI to correct AI though?
Sounds
That's
like
the question. So you do it with AI, you put it into another AI, and it'll make it human. Excuse me, I'm just getting.
Sanjay is asking if they use AI in movies.
No, he was. Well, yes, he was asking if they do use AI in movies. Well, yeah, I would suppose that they do. There's a lot now with AI. It's getting quite scary because now they're creating all these OnlyFans things and stuff.
Oh, like deep fakes.
Like deep fakes and stuff, and they are using that to create fake people who develop a fan base. So people are kind of following an AI bot, if you like, and because of the way that it works, if you're a real influencer and you arrange to have a meeting with somebody, or you arrange to have a one-to-one with somebody and all the rest of it, it's you can only meet them once. But with all this AI deepfake stuff, that bot can meet 10,000 people at the same time, can meet 1 million people at the same time, and have different conversations. It's used more in the pervin trade at the moment.
You'd know.
Hey?
You'd know.
I've been married a lot.
No,
But
also, that I've noticed as well, like, there's a lot of adverts, like say Facebook adverts, YouTube, where they've got, say, for example, Elon Musk, and it's got his voice in the image, but it's definitely not him. It won't be.
Yeah.
It won't be bumming advertising half the stuff that's on.
Yeah, it's still, the voice stuff is still slightly off, but it'll get better, and that's the scary thing.
It's
It'll get better, you know. But yeah, so do they use it in movies? It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Obviously CGI is unless you've watched Expendables 4.
I mean, some of the films lately, half the scripts sound like they've been flipping AI generated.
Yeah, I watched Expendable 4 the other day, and they must have spent the budget on what's her name, Fox, whatever her name is, I can't remember. Hey, Megan Fox's bloody makeup department. I think they spent the CGI budget on. You know, it was not very good, by the way. By the way, this isn't a movie critique thing.
No,
it was crap.
Megan
Fox, thank you.
Yeah. Somebody says I'm halfway. I'm not quite sure what it means by that.
Halfway. I don't know what it means by that either. Is he coming round?
Halfway AI, halfway human, maybe
half and half. Yeah. Well, Joe said yes to her. You know, when we said, "Is it using AI to correct AI?" and she said yes. So, but there we are. So, anybody got any questions about making videos? Anybody got anything? Any questions on anything? Because otherwise, we'll wrap up and we'll call it a day and we'll bugger off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're waiting for questions. But yeah,
we have got our video editing course coming up.
We have, we've got while we wait for questions to stream. So yeah, we've our next workshop starts on Friday, and that is actually our video editing workshop. So basically, we teach people how to edit, and to be honest with you, it's easier than you think. So the workshop.
So it's over 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, the workshop is broken down into 3 easy to digest parts, okay? Because technically it's a 6-hour workshop, but we've broken it down into 3 2-hour pieces. So it'll be this Friday from 12 till 2. So that's the 3rd, the 10th, and then the 17th. And then on the 24th, we've got our YouTube workshop, which is just a 1 session. But you'll hear more about that as we progress through the month. But the editing workshop, Mick does it. He goes through everything from compiling all of your information and bringing it into your editing software, tidying it up, kind of making it, usable, labeling it and stuff like that, and then layering, cutting, fading, and transitioning between different clips and everything else. So it's a good workshop. It really goes into quite a bit of detail. And by the end of it, you do get a recording. It's not in person, it's online. So you get a recording of it as well. So basically, you could go over the work, and also as a way to practice, you get access to the materials that are used in the training. So you can watch my dulcet tones and my performances. Do they get to see my bit before the take?
Yeah, because we show about cutting out mistakes. So you make a mistake in the cut, so I show that mistake and then we cut it out.
Do you show all my bouncing?
Yeah. So basically what we do is, the first one is like what's possible, what can do, show the tools. And the second week we actually start from scratch and build up an actual edit from start to finish. And then that's the second week. And then the third week we come back and we tart it up by adding effects, things like that. Correcting things, the audio, being audio and things like that.
You're not answering my question. Do they get to see me go?
Potentially. I can't remember that take.
Okay.
It was very hard. I had to trim it down because there was a lot of you swearing.
On that footage is when I was fatter.
All right.
I want new footage. All right. So Jo has said she can't make this one. Can we tell? Yes, we run 2 workshops a month every month. This month, May is going to be editing on YouTube. And then next month is going to be in June. We're going to do creating videos with your phone and OBS. and then we'll be back to July. We'll be back to editing. So in July we'll be redoing the editing on YouTube. So yes, they're every other month, and basically we do 2 workshops a month, like I say, so you can learn how to create your own videos. And also we've got the Video Creators Club as well, which helps people with support. So people,
yeah, and if you remember, you get the phone one free, don't you?
Yes, so members get support, so they can call us up with any problems. And then basically, Sanjay says, why is it not free? Because we have to eat. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
We do need to eat to survive. It's part of living. And you can't pay £150. It's £250 for the editing workshop, Sanjay. I hate to upset you even more. So basically, members get support. Hey, Sanjay, if you become a member, you get 50% off the workshops. Okay, so and he can cook for us. It would cost you more in food to feed you. So yes, so members get support, ongoing support. They get a library of tutorials. They get monthly creators meeting, and also access to the workshops. The workshops, they get 50% off, except for the creating videos with your phone, which is free to all members. So yeah, that's our plug. And
I will just put that into the.
Sanjay says he's saving up for a phone, Mick.
Yeah, just so people know, Sanjay is a student at Shipley College.
Yeah. Did you just
we met when we did a talk with him. We're not being cruel to him.
We're not being cruel to him. And he's actually making films now, which is actually
exactly.
And he sent us one the other week, which was really good.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see that.
Yeah, good to see. Get it done. That's what I say.
Yeah.
This time next year, you'll wish you started today. Okay, I'll leave you with that.
Okay.
Is that it, Mick?
Yeah, brilliant. Just one thing, just for you. You're doing that.
I'm doing a webinar.
Yeah.
Webinar on the 15th. Webinar on the 15th from 12 to about 1:30. I don't think it'll run much after that. I put it down as half an hour. If it goes over a little bit, it goes over a little bit. I was inspired by Joe to do a webinar, and I'm going to do it on camera confidence and presenting skills. So getting confident in front of the camera and learning how to present, really. So that's going to be good. That's a free webinar. You can book on using the link. Have you got the link? Oh, you got it there.
Yeah.
So you could go along to there. The booking link is in the LinkedIn thing, the LinkedIn listing. And yeah, feel free to book on to get to the Zoom link, and then come along, and then we'll go through camera confidence and presenting. All right.
Yes. Just one other thing is the about us chat about food, isn't there? With Kay from Yox Food.
Yes. So I've forgotten the date for that. Our chat about series. We've got our chat about with Kay, which is a chat about food. Okay.
Yeah. But we'll promote that. Sounds good though.
Looks like Sanjay's booked on for the 1st of May 2025, which is see you in a year.
Yeah, see you in a year's time.
So that's it. Anyway, that's it. We're waffling now. Whatever you do, don't waffle, right?
No,
so
it's the point.
Stop. Get to the bloody point. Stop talking, talking crap. Yeah. So I'm gonna play us out. So it's goodbye from me.
Yeah, goodbye from me as well. But if you've got any questions about it, you want to get in touch with us later on, get in touch. We're glad to help.
All right. Cheers then. See you later. Ta-da.